Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Who are you?
Tucker.
Tucker. And today we have got the revised 2022 Chevrolet Traverse. In this video, we're going to do a walk around of the updates on the outside, the inside, take it for a little spin on the road and give you our thoughts on this family-sized 3-row crossover from Chevy. All right, so for 2022, Chevrolet has updated the exterior of this Traverse and kind of cleaned it up, modernized it a little bit. This one is an RS, so it gets some black accents, but first and foremost, Tucker, what's this?
Bow tie.
Bow tie. So what kind of car is this?
Chevy.
A Chevy. You are correct. Huge thanks to our friends at Pelche Chevrolet here in Tyler for loaning us this vehicle for today. If you are in the East Texas area, go see Franklin. Tell him GT Garage Talk sent you. All that out of the way, I want to know what the two of y'all think about the styling up front. Tucker, do you like it?
Yes.
Yes. Holly?
I like it. I like all of the black on it, which I understand is the type of package that it is.
Yes, so Rally Sport in Chevrolet speak is an appearance package. It's a sport appearance package. So you get this kind of black chrome look here, blacked out grille, blacked out, what is this, Tucker?
Bow tie.
Bow tie, and some other black accents along the front that kind of gives it a nice GT Garage Talk red and black vibe. So
you have like all these lines going up here on the
hood.
The hood that kind of reminds me of like a big cat nose.
Yeah.
Like a panther or a tiger.
Yeah,
or something.
definitely right here. I like that.
Yeah.
Never would have thought of that. I do like this red tint coat, cherry red tint coat. Same on the Buick that you and I tested. Kind of helps show off all those different lines because it does have metal flake in it and kind of gives you some depth. So yeah,
it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
So moving around to the side, we will look at the profile of this very large 3-row SUV. Again, one of the largest in the class. With the RS, you get these black 20-inch wheels.
Traverse.
Yeah, Tucker, that spells Traverse. Is that what this is? A Chevy Traverse? So yeah, we get the blacked out 20-inch wheels with the fuel saver tires on it, blacked out badges, as Tucker has pointed out here, blacked out window surround, no chrome anywhere on the side of this. And because this is a mid-grade, you get your turn signals up here and, you know, so a fair amount of additional tech. I will note a difference from the Buick that we drove and this. The rearview mirror is actually mounted on the door up here in the glass area, whereas the Buick had the side mounted with a little bit of extra window view right here. So just a few things to note. I like this body line that comes from the nose just above the daytime running light and goes all the way back to the back, right above the tail light. The Buick we drove was a little more curvy, which I think speaks to you a little bit better. This angular design kind of speaks a little
more masculine. Yeah, it makes it look a little bit boxier. It's not my favorite that the line goes all the way. It's the same line all the way down.
You want a little broken up design?
Yeah, but just a second. I see.
And then as we come around here to the back, I like the snake tongue bifurcated taillight here that comes into a dual unit back here in the very back. Tucker, what's your...
full of animal analogies
I know,
today.
Tucker, what's your favorite part back here? I know, I see that ladybug. Let's see if we can... Oh, let's see. There she goes. Can you show us your favorite part of the back?
Yes.
Yeah? Where's that button? Can you find it? It's back there somewhere. You got it earlier. Oh, there it goes. The power lift gate on this one. Lower actuated, so a 4-year-old, nearly 4-year-old, can find the button and climb back in here. And if I'm not mistaken, Holly, from the Buick that we test drove, you really like these dealer installed protection mats back here.
I really like it. And not just that, but it goes up into the back seat as well. So when you lay it down, you're not getting the back of your seats dirty as well, which is nice.
Because it's that weird carpet texture that catches
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So, if you've got a 3-year-old, nearly 4-year-old, opt for the cargo protection package. Roll it in. Make it easier. Definitely the way to go here. Tucker's pointing out the loops here. You can get an accessory cargo net that goes across back here.
I like these only.
Yeah, you like how they open up and how they're shiny? Yeah, and they hold a net that you can put all kinds of goodies right here back in the back. So
your groceries,
it's really quick and easy to access. And then there's actually a power port back here as well.
Cool. Well, that would be nice because we sometimes like to sit in the back of our car and have a picnic.
And there's so much room back here. Because this is one of the largest in the class, you're not really sacrificing rear cargo area with the seats up.
Can you look all the way through there?
Yeah.
And you can look all the way through there?
Yeah, you can look all the way through from there. And then you noted, Tucker, that this is a 3-row, and you like 3-row vehicles, don't you? This has got the manual folding 3rd-row seat. Let's not go all the way back there, Tucker, but because we do have that hard plastic on the back, he can climb back there, not getting anything dirty because it's got that protection liner back there. Come on, T-Man. We're about to close it up, okay?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to help close it up?
I want to stand here.
Okay. Well, you can stay back there and we will close it up. We'll meet you at your car seat up front. Speaking of his car seat, we will go up there to that and talk about how it has that child seat rear access combination
that we really like. Yeah.
And then, as with most GM products, it does have a programmable lift gate. But Miss 5-foot Holly, what's the test? Can you do it?
I can do it. I'm not on my tippy toes.
There you go.
I still much prefer it to be lower, but does this have a kick?
So I don't believe the RS trim has it, but you can get it on the Premier and the High Country trims. A few more things while Tucker's inside. More black accents, black bow tie, black Traverse. This is an all-wheel drive version, so we have that to note. But what are your overall thoughts and opinions on the exterior styling of this?
I like
masculine, right?
It's a little masculine, but not a lot. Like, I wouldn't say it was a box driving down the road or anything like that. It's got enough curves that it's interesting and nice. But I like it. It's pretty. I like the black accents. It's really nice.
Very boxy rear window. Comes into play when you're looking through that rear view mirror. The Buick version of this vehicle, the Enclave, kind of came up here on the side and kind of cut into your rear vision, but you had that rear view camera, so no big problem there. I do think I hear somebody trying to get my attention. All right, T-Man, we'll meet you back at your car seat, okay?
Go get in your car seat.
Go get in your car seat. Okay, Holly.
Dad, can you say I am Corey?
I'm Corey.
And I'm Holly.
Oh yeah, baby. I am Tucker.
Good job.
All right, so first things first, setting off in this versus the Buick we drove a little while ago. This has an actual gear selector, which you didn't have to ask me anything about. You just
I knew how to do it.
Yeah, very, very convenient. The old school way of doing things. But because of that, we sacrificed this little pass-through that the Buick had. But I do have a large storage pocket down here on the side that I can put stuff in that I wouldn't have any other way. But I actually prefer, I'm a little more old school, I guess, because, 35 and all. I prefer the manual lever.
Do you want me to go over some bumps?
Yeah, do the same one.
Okay.
All right, Holly. Tucker has been very patient with me because he's already discovered the secret of this vehicle. And I told him not to tell you until we had the cameras go in. Tucker, do you want to tell Mommy what the secret is?
I color.
Oh, you love the
You
color?
love the color?
Well, that's not the secret I was talking about. What about the screen?
Oh,
Do you remember the secret about the screen?
yeah,
Is there a screen?
yeah.
What happens with the screen?
You push the button that pushes it up.
Wow.
So behind
fancy.
the 8-inch infotainment screen, you have a nice little storage cubby
Interesting.
that's not quite deep enough for my iPhone 12 Pro Max, but maybe some hidden snacks or, I don't know, something you don't want the world to know about. Felt lined so it doesn't rattle in here. It's actually very nice. But push that little button and it raises up. Push the little button again, it goes back down into place. So just a nifty little feature that Chevy has baked into this.
Fancy, I like that.
More information with the screen while it's up here.
Right.
It's a very
Wait a minute,
usable
can you
system.
push, some?
We will in a little bit, T-Man. A little bit more with the screen up here. It's a very usable system. You've got audio, phone, navigation, all the typical stuff. Your climate control. You can control both dual zone front and the third zone rear from here as well, which we really like that. Roof mounted
Daddy?
air conditioning vents. Yes, sir?
Are we going to downtown Tyre?
We are going to downtown Tyler to test out the suspension and how bumpy this rides.
Remember, the road's cold.
The road is cold, huh?
Well, I will say that, you know me, I'm not a tech person.
Right?
I do like the screen. It's easy, and one thing I really like about it is you can easily glance down and see all of your controls and stuff, and you're not having to like search for go to this menu and this menu and this menu to finally get where you need to be. I like that.
And you can push, hold, and drag these, not while we're in motion, so you can push, hold, and drag these around like apps on a smartphone. But I like this kind of home row menu that has all your main things that take you directly to the different functions of the infotainment system. So like you say, you're not fumbling around trying to find something.
And then you also have the manual speed dial thing still.
Yep.
Because my big question is, if the tech breaks, what do you do?
So you like the analog gauges and
yes.
the digital readout in the center.
Yes. But I will tell you, you're going to be surprised.
Okay.
I might be coming around to the video,
The
rear view
mirror
camera.
I see you've got it in camera
I have it
version.
off.
Yeah?
I have it off right now.
But just a little flip of a switch here, and oh, there's a Kia behind us.
Interesting.
Yeah?
I'm not sure. Don't put me down yet.
Yeah, but
I'm coming around, I think.
So some interesting features of this rear view camera system is you can actually adjust the brightness. You can adjust the zoom on it, so you can zoom out, zoom in, and you can adjust the height of it, so you can look up, look down. It's a very wide angle camera that helps you see everything. So 3 different adjustable modes on that camera as well. And then when you don't want it, flip that and it's your traditional rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Speaking of cameras, we do have tons of cameras in this that you can see while driving as well as while parked. So this is looking out the grill. There is an 8-second timer while driving, so you don't get distracted and try and drive purely by that camera alone. And then looking out the back, you can see the rear bumper as well, and that timer counting down. If we had a trailer hooked up, we can look and see that as well. So nifty camera system. It does have bird's eye 360 because it's got cameras in the mirrors and up front and then the back. Really helps you see all around. I already talked about the climate. There's rear climate, front climate, all kinds of good stuff that you would expect in the infotainment screen. You already mentioned analog gauges with a little color digital helper screen there in the middle. But what we haven't talked about, because Tucker and I were talking about the nifty lifting screen here, is the power. So you whipped out into traffic, crossing over traffic. This has got the
it was a very normal whip out.
Yes.
It wasn't a whip out.
Yes. So this does have the 3.6 liter V6, 310 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed transmission. We're currently in front-wheel drive. This does have all-wheel drive, but what were your impressions of power in a very normal merging onto traffic situation?
It got out there in front of some cars really nicely, I thought, for as big as it is. And I will say that driving it up here, I don't feel like it's a huge vehicle, like I'm driving a tank.
Right.
But then when I look in the rear view mirror, I'm like, it's way back there.
Yeah, so this vehicle is just a little bit smaller than the Tahoe. A little bit shorter, a little bit...
The Tahoe felt way bigger than this.
Yeah, and because this is based on a car, it's a unibody construction, it rides a whole lot smoother, and it just feels, like you said, more compact while driving it around because it's not really a truck. It's a really big car. And speaking of its car-based platform, we are turning on the brick streets of downtown Tyler, and we're going to test out the suspension on this. So this is the RS, and it's supposed to be more sporty, which I've already alluded to. It's really more of an appearance package, but not as plush as the more upscale Buick version, but it's not beating us to death. Tucker, how wobbly is your head back there?
It's not wobbly at all.
Not wobbly at all. So even on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, no wobbly head, huh, Tucker?
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
All right, what do you tell me?
When we go inside one of these houses, it's cold inside.
Yep. All right, railroad track test. How wobbly was your head, Tucker? Not wobbly at all?
Nope.
Nope. So there you have it. Tucker wobbly head test approved. And
it is pretty smooth.
Yeah. And going back to the size of this.
Cold.
Oh yeah,
And it's cold.
Going back to the bigness of this and how it's almost as large as the full-size Chevy Tahoe, it's handling all these bumps very well, and just the different terrain makes it very cold in here, right, Tucker? Not quite sure how that relates, but it's cold.
Well, it's good that there is air circulation enough, because it's not a warm day, but if this car is sitting out in the sun, it gets warm on the inside of the car.
Yeah, especially if you have the dual pano sunscreens open,
Which
as
are
we
nice,
do.
yeah.
So we've got an opening front panel sunroof and a fixed in place rear panel. That rear panel has a power shade, where this front panel has a manual shade, and so that's a nice feature up here. Very nice in here. It is dark because the RS comes with black on black, and there's red stitching, again going to the sporty nature of this. One thing I've noticed is Chevy is really upping their game with the piping on the seats. So this even has an accent piping around the seating portion of the seat, and then more red stitching around some perforated accents here. Very large center console with a pull-out little shelf, so it's not just a gaping hole.
So if you got a different color vehicle, would it still be the red stitching, or?
Yes, so
okay.
the RS is red and black interior. That is your only option. It's the sporty red. I just like it because it ties inside and outside together. But yes, that red stitching comes with the RS package. Really like how soft the dash is up here.
Well,
and even that is soft.
And the steering wheel is soft.
Yep, and the steering wheel is a little thicker rimmed than the Buick that we drove. So again, giving you a little bit more of that sporty feeling in here than the luxury feeling of that Buick. I hate to keep bringing that Buick up, but being as you and I have tested it, it's very similar. So naturally, the viewers, you want to know, right? This also competes against another vehicle you and I have had, and that was the Ford Explorer. Tucker famously wanted to ride in the way back of that one. I'm kind of surprised he didn't want to ride all the way back in the back of this one. The rear seat does have 3 across rear anchor points, but I checked, the lower latch points don't exist on that 3rd row seat. So the middle row is the safest place for installing a car seat in this, and I really like this passenger side version having that flip and fold feature that we can just leave his seat in place and climb into the back.
Yeah, there's a lot of space back there. I like that. It looks like, I haven't sat back there, but it looks like you would have a lot of leg room.
Yes, so I sat behind myself and had plenty of leg room, and the middle row actually scoots forward and back, and so sitting behind myself in the driver's seat, like I set the driver's seat where I wanted it, scooted the middle seat all the way up, and my knees still weren't touching. So we could have 3 of me very easily going all the way back, and all 3 of me would be comfortable. So 5'10" if you're curious, you know, the average row. But yeah, very roomy back there. It's wide enough that me and my brother growing up would have had enough space to ourselves where we wouldn't have been bickering across the two
Probably
captain's
still
chairs.
would have been bickering.
Yeah, we probably would have.
Siblings still bicker.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty much everything you would expect from a
Nice.
3-row SUV, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels a little more, again, to
Can
use
you
that word.
clap?
Can I clap? It feels like we've been talking about a little bit bigger than that Explorer as well. It just seems like there's more room than the Explorer because, again, it is one of the largest in the class, and that comes across for passengers and cargo volume in here.
Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't feel like that when you're driving it, which is really weird. But then like I said, I look in the rearview mirror, I'm like, it's way back there.
Yes.
I turn around and I'm like, well, there's a lot of space in between the captain seats, like you said, a lot of leg room. Of course, I'm not always the best judge on leg room, but it looks like there's a lot of leg room even for the normal person.
I can vouch that it's good back there. But yeah, very comfortable. Lots of cubby storage here in my door. There's a little compartment here, down here. The back seats have built-in cup holders, and then the 3rd row, you've got cup holders back there, USB ports.
There's lumbar support.
Yes,
I like
there
that.
is. Yes,
there is
there
lumbar
is.
support.
Built-in lumbar, even for me. Looky here.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, passenger doesn't get.
I'm getting old. I appreciate some lumbar support.
Hey, it's the little things.
That's
right?
one thing the Mini Cooper had that the Jeep does not have.
Oh yeah.
Yep. See?
Add that to the list.
The one
things.
luxury thing that the Mini Cooper had.
Yep, add that to the list of things that we need in our next family vehicle. This has got quite a few of them, I'm not gonna lie. One thing that hasn't really come into play yet on this does have adaptive cruise control, but it also has forward collision warning, and you can actually adjust the gap on the steering wheel, that left thumb button there. It's got 3 different gap settings, and if someone were to pop out in front of you within that gap, there's a little red light that'll flash on the windshield up there just to let you know. Beep, beep, beep. Just get your attention, make sure you're looking forward. So hey Tucker, do you really like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? You could see us having this one? Well,
I really want it for a yacht.
you really want it for a lot?
For a long time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part? You like the red color?
Yeah.
And the screen that lifts up here? Yeah.
I don't want to take it back.
All right, gearheads. Mwah. We've had this 22 Chevy Traverse for an afternoon. I'm dying to know, what are your final thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like that it's a big car, but it doesn't feel like it when you're driving it.
Whether it's
Which
the
can be
power
intimidating.
or just driving it around, it does not
Exactly.
feel like the very large SUV that it is, right?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
there you have it. If you want a big 3-row family hauler that can comfortably seat 7 and take quite a bit of cargo along with you, go check out your local Chevy dealer. Tell them you want to see a Traverse. This RS trim is the mid-grade. Comes with a lot of stuff that checks a lot of boxes on our shopping list. But until next time, bye.